What's up, you guys? I just got done seeing it. I just got done seeing Endgame. Oh my mother! I loved it. All right, I loved it. It was worth the wait. Really, it wasn't worth the wait because I was waiting for so long. I started hyperventilating, but I ended up getting there, and it was it was great. I love the movie. Okay, once you get into spoilers, this is my review on it. All right, just to let you know, if you have not seen the movie, don't look at it. Okay, because I'm gonna be talking about a lot of things. All right. So one thing I want to let you guys know. The first thing I'm gonna let you know was I got emotional with the movie. There's 4 parts in the movie, in my opinion, that's sad. And there was 3 of them. I tried not to cry. I held myself back, but there was one part where, yeah, I cried, and somebody died. That's all I'm gonna say. No, well, 2 people died. All right, I'm not gonna say who it is. So, yeah, unless you've seen it, you've seen it. But you know, just 2 people died. Just in case you haven't seen it. All right. Um, the movie was intense. The fighting scenes are off the hook, man. It was off the hook, and I just loved it. And the beginning of the movie, it starts at the very beginning with Clint. Hawkeye. He is teaching his daughter how to do, the bow and arrow. He's teaching her how to do that, and um, he ends up walking away. I think he was gonna get food. I don't know. I forgot. But oh yeah, his kids, they wanted something to eat, and his wife was barbecuing, and they asked him to go get something. So he went to go get something, and then he turned around, and nobody was there. So he was tripping, he was walking. He started calling for his kids, and nobody was there. Well, what happened? It turned into dust. Yeah, that was a trip right there, because it was sad as is. So, you end up seeing, so then after that, it goes to, in space, right where it shows Nebula and Tony. They're on the spaceship and they're playing like little kickball. It was with like the triangle foil or whatever, playing kickball, letting it go through, her hands. Well, it was his hands, both of theirs. Nebula and Tony was doing it. Tony was trying to teach her how to do it, and it was funny because she was getting frustrated, but when she ended up getting it done, he was like, "Good job," and like how her attitude is in the movie, basically, in Guardians of the Galaxy, it's like she just like she wants something and like she'll just do whatever she can. She just always has an attitude, but this time it was like she had an attitude, but yeah, she was trying to be nice. All right, so I'm gonna keep fast forwarding. All right, I'm just gonna hop around. All right, so this is a lot of hopping. All right, and just check this out: the Avengers, they ended up seeing Thanos again. They ended up Nebula found out where they knew where he was because they wanted to go find him. So excuse me. So they wanted to go find him. All right. Anyways, so they went to go find him. They ended up going to a little farm. Basically, Thanos, he retired. He had his little glove, broken glove, walking around. He retired. And the Avengers end up getting there to where he is. This is at the beginning of the movie. And they're talking, they were pissed off, like, "Oh, you did this, you did that." He was, like, everybody knew he did another snap again, and he was saying that he did the snap because he wanted to destroy the jewels, the crystals, the emblems, I'm tripping, you guys. What the crystals, the whatever, you know what I'm talking about. The five, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. Look, I'm just tripping right now. I'm just gonna tell you this. I'm gonna go see it again. All right. So, anyways, so they're all talking, like, "Oh, you did this, you did that. We're trying to get our friends back." And he was talking a little bit, and then all of a sudden, BAM! Thor killed his ass. Just hit him with an axe. Just boom. They're all like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I went for the head," and just walked away. 5 years later. So, it goes on to 5 years later. Captain America, he's in therapy, like an AA group, basically. He's part of that. And, just like I said, I'm trying to hop around, you guys. They showed Thor, all right, because once again, it was 5 years later. They showed Thor again. He came up with a city. And guess what the name of the city was? It was New Asgard. Yes, that was hella funny. Then, like, right when they went there, shit, man, I forgot people's names. Sorry, man. You already know. Ragnarok. You remember the girl who he was with, the black girl? You know, she was hella pretty to me. I forgot her name, man. I'm just so bad with names. So, anyways, you guys know who I am. It's right there. All right. Anyways, so oh my gosh, you guys. They end up going to where Thor is. All right. Once again, I'm trying to hop around real quick, you guys, because you know. Anyway, take it like this. In New Asgard, everybody ends up seeing her, and then they're all like, oh yeah, well, I don't know how you're gonna see him because he never comes out. Basically, Thor, you know, within that 5 years, he was stressed out, became fat as hell, became hella fat. His hair grew all the way back. He had a big ass beard, wasn't taking care of himself. All he was doing was getting drunk, you know. And I love the movie, you guys. I just love the movie. It gives you an emotional rush. This emotional rush. It just shows everything. Like, oh my gosh, the fighting is off the hook. And look, if Thanos was in the movie, I thought, like, right when he got killed, I was like, oh, there's gonna be a new villain. No, there wasn't gonna be a new villain. Why? Because everybody, you know, they're trying to come back together to get the Infinity Stones. Boom. They're trying to get the Infinity Stones, so that's why they got to go in the quantum realm, and you know they're gonna have to go all around. Look at that, I'm tripping. All right, but let me see. All right, fuck, man, I'm just trying to go so quick for you guys. I don't want to keep you. All right, so they had to get the Soul Stone. It ended up being Hawkeye and freaking Scarlet Witch. They ended up going to the planet, you know, because they had to get the Soul Stone, you know, and you know the Red Skull ended up telling him, you know, like the only way you can get it is somebody dies. So Natasha and Clint, they basically were like, okay, I'm gonna do it, but they kept fighting each other. Like one's about to do it, and like, no, they're fighting. I'm like, no, you can't do it, you can't do it. But anyways, in order to get it, you know, one of them has to die. Natasha ends up dying. You know, they end up both falling off a cliff, and he has a hold of her, and he had to let her go. Boom. That's how he got the Soul Stone. That was sad. I wanted to cry right there. So they ended up going there, and once again, look, I thought right when Thanos died, it was gonna be done, you know, but it wasn't, because how they ended up going to another planet because everybody's trying to get it, you know. I think it was in 2014. They went. Oh my God. This is so long, you guys. Just take it like this. That movie was 3 hours. Look at how I'm going all over, okay? Just take it like this, all right? Thanos ended up coming back, all right? Because how they ended up using the quantum realm and they went to the past. Oh, if you want to know how Ant-Man got out, he was, you know, that little van he was in? Well, basically, you know, it got towed away. And then all of a sudden, you see inside the van, you see a little rat just walking around and boom, ends up turning on a little quantum realm thing, and he ends up shooting out. So just in case if you want to know how he got out, because, you know, that was hella weird. But when he got out, he didn't know what the hell was going on because it was 5 years later. Because when he was in the quantum realm, you know, and Ant-Man, you know, the snap happened, and everybody went to, you know, dust, and he didn't know what the hell was going on. When he ends up coming out, he comes out 5 years later, and everything's changed. He gets there, everything's different. Showed how people vanished. Like he was just tripping out. He went to his house. I mean, he went not to his house. He went to his daughter's house and went over there. The mom wasn't there, but his daughter was there. She was a grown up. She was grown up. She's a teenager now. Oh my gosh, man. So look at. All right, so I want to tell you real quick how Thanos he ended up coming back around. He ended up being a villain again. Well, he was already a villain, but Nebula and Gamora, all right, they were fighting because how they went back in time. Shit. All right, look, you guys, I know I'm messing up. This is all I gotta say, okay? Look at Natasha dies. All right, that's one thing you gotta know. And Tony died. Iron Man died. And just to speed up, he ended up dying because they ended up making a glove, and they were able to get Infinity Stones, and they all put it on there. And you know, he looked at him, and in order to do that, he was like, "I'm Iron Man." Boom. He did that with his fingers, snapped, and it basically killed him. Not basically, it did kill him. You know, so obviously, those Infinity Stones when they're in a gauntlet, like it has so much power, but it ended up killing him. Oh, and the Hulk, it was funny because what you didn't know, like after the commercial, like from the trailers and all that, if you notice you don't see Hulk a lot. Well, kind of find out. Well, not to kind of find out, he ends up becoming a Hulk, but he was the Hulk, but he was still himself. He was able to control himself. So he was himself, but he was the Hulk. So Banner was the same. It wasn't like he was like stressing out, like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. It was comfortable. He was comfortable being a Hulk. All right. And going everywhere. Oh my gosh! And when everybody came back, that shit was sick. Because when they had to hit the snap. Oh my fucking god! Everybody came out and Potts. Oh man, she had the Iron Man suit. That tripped everybody out. She just came out of nowhere and it showed all the girls fighting. Oh, and then how you end up how everybody ended up coming around after he did like the little snap. Then you know how Doctor Strange, how they have like the little yellow circles and all that. Well, everybody ended up walking through there. Oh my gosh! And Thanos had this big ass army coming, just like in Wakanda. He had like a huge ass, a big ass army come, and out of nowhere, the little thing, Doctor Strange, where you can walk through. Everybody walked through there, dude. Oh my gosh, it was dope. Scarlet Witch. Did I call Black Widow Scarlet Witch earlier? I don't know. Anyway, Scarlet Witch, she came through and yes, she got to Thanos. I've never seen her so mad. She was on one. Alright? But go see the movie, you guys, because I can keep you guys here for too long, and I do not want to, alright? Just go see it, alright? Just know that it's an emotional ride. Tony did die, Natasha did die, okay? Just want to let you guys know that. And how about this? How they need the Infinity Stones, they end up going back in time. So they end up going back to when they were in New York in 2012. So it's funny, they end up, like they're trying to avoid not seeing each other. Captain America ends up seeing himself. Oh my gosh, that was hella funny. Alright, but this probably doesn't make a lot of sense to you guys. I'm sorry. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know. Just go see the movie. I know I'm going to go see it again. I'm going to probably go see it maybe 3 more times, and I'm being real. Alright, so just go check it out. Thank you for coming. Oh my gosh, I know I'm talking a lot, and I'm all over the place. I already know it. Just know this movie was great. I loved it. I loved it. It did not feel like 3 hours. Just know that. Alright, thank you. We out. Avengers Endgame.